Okay, before we get into it, let me just get a couple things out of the way. I know I've been making a lot of these Bully 2 videos as of late, and well, this one is obviously no exception. But I do have other non-Bully 2 related videos in the making. Those of you who enjoy my Bully beta videos should be glad to know that I do have a couple of those in the works. I'm also going to be doing a live stream on Wednesday the 25th, that being the day that I turn 23. So, yay me, I'm getting old. Anyway, with that said, let's get into the video, shall we? Just about a week ago, Red Dead Redemption 2 received a pretty hefty update, and so now the online mode allows you to partake in various bounty hunter missions, one of which being this one, where you go after a woman named Meredith Hopkins. Meredith Hopkins fatally shot her neighbor's farmhand in a fit of rage. The boy was caught trespassing on her property, and as you probably guessed, Hopkins is the part that some people in the bully community are now freaking out over. Some have suggested that this could be a distant relative of Jimmy Hopkins, which, I don't know, it seems kind of far-fetched in my humble SWEGTA opinion. But there is actually one interesting detail that fellow bully YouTuber the Nathan NS pointed out in a brief video he did about this.
Very interestingly, I noticed that Meredith's face here actually bears some resemblance to Jimmy's face. I'm not sure if others have noticed this too, but let's do a very quick comparison here. In fact, what we're going to do here is we're going to overlap the images. And you're going to notice something shocking, because Meredith's face shape is actually very similar to that of Jimmy's. It's actually the exact same near enough. Here they are overlapped. And you can see the head shape is the exact same shape and size as Jimmy's, as the eyes, nose and mouth overlap near perfectly. The ears don't, however, but that might be chalked up to the more higher quality models than that.
I don't know about you, but I honestly don't think there's anything to it. I mean, if you think about it, Hopkins is a fairly common name, and given the immense amount of character names in Red Dead Redemption 2, the odds of you eventually coming across a character with the last name Hopkins, I don't know, it's pretty high. The most peculiar part about this would be the facial features of Meredith Hopkins. I do think Nathan brings up a good point, but I'm not gonna go as far as to say that it's, quote, the exact same near enough. There are similarities, but I don't feel like it's almost the exact same. I decided to ask the people over on r/bully for their thoughts on it, and it seems like people are split on two sides. About half of them think it's a bully reference, and the other half not so much. The overall consensus seems to be that Rockstar is teasing Bully 2 as their next upcoming game through multiple subtle and some not so subtle references to Bully. Speaking of which, let's do a quick recap of all the confirmed and unconfirmed connections to Bully. There's a revolver in Red Dead Redemption 2 with Canis Canem Edit engraved on it. There's now a painting in GTA Online which obviously references the exact same thing. There's an errand in Red Dead Redemption 2 very similar to a mission in Bully. The rats in Red Dead Redemption 2 use the same sound effects as the rats in Bully. The achievement you get for completing the main story in Red Dead 2 is named Endless Summer, this being a reference to the final chapter in Bully which uses the same name. There's an unnamed minor character in Red Dead 2 that looks quite a bit like Jimmy Hopkins.
Now, come on!
You new in town, mister?
And now we have Meredith Hopkins, possibly another connection. One more possible connection is this new trader saddle that was added in the aforementioned Red Dead Online update. The saddle is how do I pronounce this? Wait, hold on. Okay, explain this to me, internet legend.
Nacogdoches.
Okay, cool, got it, thanks. The saddle is named Nacogdoches, which is apparently named after the oldest town in Texas. And I think I know why it's named that. It's because the town Nacogdoches looks like something out of Red Dead Redemption. I don't know, just a wild guess. The saddle has 6 optional color schemes to pick from, including this blue and yellow one. And as you can see, the saddle also has skulls and snakes on it, that being 2 out of the 4 icons featured on the Bulworth Academy logo. Now this combines combined with the blue and yellow color scheme has led some people to suspect that it might be a very subtle nod to Bully. As far as I can tell, it's either a clever message from Rockstar or it's nothing more than a beautiful piece of horse equipment. Whichever way it is, I give props to the game's developers for making me actually care about a saddle for the first time in my life. It looks awesome, and as far as I'm concerned, whoever came up with this design deserves a nice cold beam cola. I bet a lot of you remember the video I did a few weeks ago on Bonaire. Bonaire being the mysterious, unannounced Rockstar title that was rejected by the Australian Classification Board. Shortly after I put up that video, Tez2, a well-known and trusted source in the Rockstar Games fanbase, said the following: Rockstar's mysterious title, called Bonaire, is the codename for Red Dead Redemption 2 PC. As to why it was refused classification is unknown, but I would assume it's because of something new within the PC version, as the Australian government seems to be okay with the console versions. And just a few days ago, Tez also made the following tweet. Alien Nation, a Reddit user from r/bully2, contacted the Australian Classification Board regarding Rockstar's title Bonaire. It was refused classification due to the game title not being an actual game. So in a nutshell, Rockstar attempted to use a codename when filing for classification, as opposed to using the actual name. And as for why they would do such a thing, I think it's safe to say that it's because Red Dead Redemption 2 PC is on the way, and they want to keep it on the down low until then. That is, until the Australian Classification Board was like, nah mate, or whatever. Now the question on my mind is this gonna become a problem for Rockstar with other future codenames? It is entirely possible that the same thing could happen again, but until then, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. As some of you know, I recently put up a video entitled The Most Embarrassing Fake Bully 2 Leak Ever. Now in that video, I told the story of a fake Bully 2 leaker. What differs this leaker from other fake leakers I've covered in prior videos is not just the fact that they filed a bogus privacy complaint on my video, but the fact that they may have been using somebody else's identity. Okay, so I'm gonna summarize this and explain it as best as I can. I made the video. The bogus privacy complaint was then filed by the fake leaker, and so I called it out on Twitter, and naturally a bunch of people in my audience came to my defense and contacted this person via Instagram. The person behind that Instagram account, let's call him Bob just for the sake of simplicity, contacted me and claimed that he had nothing to do with the fake Bully 2 leaks or the privacy complaint. He basically said that he made some Bully 2 style fan art, uploaded said fan art to Instagram, and then the fake leaker came along and used Bob's name, profile picture, and Bully 2 fan art in the fake leaks. Bob managed to get the privacy complaint retracted, and ostensibly got both the fake leaker's YouTube channel and Twitter profile taken down for impersonation. Now the way I see it, there are two possibilities. Either A, Bob is actually the person he says he is, and this whole thing has just been an instance of a fake leaker using somebody else's identity. Or B, this is the same person, this is the fake leaker, and their motives make absolutely no sense. I don't know which it is, I'm leaning more towards A, but then again, I don't think we'll ever know. Before I wrap up this video, I just want to mention two things. First off, I'd strongly recommend joining the Bully 2 Discord server if you haven't already. We actually gained over 1,000 members after I put up my last video promoting it, so there's plenty of other Bully fans on there if you want to connect with cool, like-minded people. I also want to give a very belated happy birthday to Gerry Rosenthal. September 2nd was Gerry Rosenthal's birthday, and as most of you should know by now, Gerry Rosenthal is the very talented musician and actor who played the role of Jimmy Hopkins in Bully. Although he was actually not the first person to play that character, there's a good reason for why Rockstar eventually picked him. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, then I'd recommend checking out my video on that. There's a bunch of interesting Bully trivia in that video, so I'll be sure to feature a link to it by the end of this video. Anyhow, Gerry, I know I'm late, but happy birthday, man. You are a cool dude. You've made some fantastic music. You've been in both Bully and Celebrity Deathmatch. Two of my favorite forms of entertainment to ever exist. A perfect game by Rockstar and a clay stop-motion animated series where celebrities kill each other in the most gruesome ways possible. Having those two things on your resume, if you're ever planning on going back to acting, that's perfect. But like I said, you're a cool dude and you have thousands of people here in the Bully community who appreciate everything you've done for us. So, Point being, best wishes and thank you. Oh, and by the way, audience, listen. Down below in the video info, you can find a link to Gerry's YouTube channel. Go there and wish him a happy birthday. And by the way, while you're there, check out some of his music, cause it's awesome. If you like the Beatles or classic rock or acoustic rock, give it a chance, cause I think you'll like it. Anyway, that's it for this video. You folks, as always, stay classy. Peace.